Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. Before I get started on the video, you guys, I'm basically going to be showing you how to make these little flowers. But first, I want to say that forgive me if the lighting is kind of bad. I usually don't film in the evenings. I usually do it on my days off from work. But I just kind of felt like crafting today. It's kind of raining and glooming, and to me that is like my favorite time to craft. So I had pre-done these yesterday, just playing by myself on my own time, off camera. And then I was like, you know what, today during lunch I was like, you know what, I should do like a little series of making little pieces for embellishments and just kind of give you guys idea on different things that you could do to put together. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be an embellishment. I basically just want to create pieces that you could reach for any project, but not necessarily making a cluster or making like, you know what I mean, like an embellishment. To me, an embellishment is like a tag that's put together, a ticket that's decorated, a dolly that's decorated, little flags, little banners, whatever. And I'm not doing that. I just want to create pieces that you could have handy and it's easy to reach for, so when you're ready to create your embellishment, then you could just pull them together and make them together, and then there you have it, your embellishment. So I don't know what to call it. I feel like this is not an embellishment, but we are gonna make decorative pieces. So the first video that I want to share is how I made these flowers, which are super adorable. They are all in pastel colors because honestly, truth be told, I've been watching a lot of Tiffany Julia. If you guys don't know who she is, she's here on YouTube and she does the most beautiful things with pastel colors, and I'm always the bright colors and the earthy colors. And I was like, you know what, I want to build my stash of like pastel decorative pieces so that I could reach for them more often. So she actually inspired me to kind of play with pastel colors. Basically, I was thinking there for a minute, but anyways, I'm going to show you super easy how to make these flowers, and you don't necessarily have to buy the stamp that I have, you guys. I'm actually going to be using the Picket Fence, what is it, Flowers for Picking. That's the name of the stamp set. I'm actually going to be using this one, but you don't have to go out and buy this one. Just use whatever flower set you already have in your stamp collection. So I'm going to be using this one, and as you can see, I stuck to the bigger pieces because I honestly don't want to play with the smaller ones. I think it's like more time consuming, but you're certainly able to play with whatever size of flowers you want. So let me get all my stuff ready. I am going to be using watercolors, and I am not using cardstock. I want to say that. And I'm not using watercolor. What I am using is Bristol Smooth cardstock, and this one just happened. Let me zoom you guys out a little bit there. I think my camera's trying to focus. What was I gonna say? Okay, so yeah, I'm not using cardstock. I'm not using watercolor paper. I am using Bristol Smooth. It came in a paper pad from Michaels. I think Strathmore is the brand. Don't quote me on that. And I feel like this cardstock is thin enough, but it still supports the watercolor that we're going to be doing. And so I ripped out a page. I am going to be using that. And then I am going to, okay, so when I did these yesterday, I made the mistake of stamping different colors all in one, but I am going to be dedicating one sheet of paper for one specific color and then bringing in a second sheet for a different color. I am going to be using the scrapbook.com Pink Lemonade rubber ducky or yellow number 2. This one is pink 2, yellow 2 rubber ducky, and then Caribbean, which is a cyan 1, I believe. Let me see. It's Caribbean. Sorry, yes. Caribbean cyan. It doesn't say. It doesn't say in the back, but the numbers kind of wore off. I feel like it's a 1. So I'm going to be using this. Let's focus on the blue one for this sheet. And I'm going to bring my block and then some tools to wipe it off. I just kind of have, you know, my little tray that I keep over there. I'm gonna zoom you guys out so you can see. And basically the first step is stamp to your heart's desire. So I'm just gonna alternate between these 3 flowers. I'm gonna move those aside. And there's nothing to it. Just like I said, stamp to your heart's desire. And it's gonna be very light. Can you guys see how light it is? I wanted it to be this light because, I don't know, just because I want it to stick to the pastel. So I'm gonna try to fit 2 rows of the same flower, and hopefully I have enough space so I don't waste it. I don't know if I told you guys, I made the mistake last night when I was playing by myself of doing different colors all in one sheet, and when it came to watercoloring and I wanted to splatter, I basically couldn't because the blues were getting mixed with all the other colors, and I didn't like that. So okay, so now we're gonna grab another one and we're gonna do the same thing. Try to have enough room. I'm excited to do this only because, like I said, I don't reach for pastel colors as often. Honestly, only during Easter. I know, right? Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room, you guys. So I'm gonna have to, I think, only do a little bit of these. Okay. I know it's hard to tell on camera, you guys, because it is so light. And I'll show you what I did. Let me grab the last flower and make sure I have, yeah, this one's definitely gonna have a little bit more space. I'm also trying to make dinner, so I have stuff in the stove. I'm trying to multitask here, but hopefully this video isn't too choppy for you guys. Okay, so that's all of our blue. Okay, I'm gonna move this aside, and off camera I am going to do the same thing for the yellow and then the pink. For this one, I don't remember what color I used. I feel like I used a deeper shade of pink. I'll find it for you guys, okay, for this one. This one was not made with watercolor. This one was made with ink, and then I used a Tombow color for it. So I'll find that and link it in the description in case you guys want to know what ink color and what Tombow marker I used for that. So, okay, let me put this aside, or clean up this part at least for now. And I'm going to be using my Prima Pastel, what is it? Prima Pastel something. Pastel Dreams by Prima Marketing. Basically, for this one, for these colors, I ended up using this one, which is, well, they're out of sequence for sure. I think this one is Paradise. No, this one is Sea Dream. I have them out of order, you guys. Oh wait, this is number 44. Yes, Sweet Sea Dreams. This one is Paradise. And you know what, while I'm here, let me put them in order, because 47, because this is not okay, and then I give you guys the wrong information. 45. Okay, so like that. Okay, so for this flower, I am going to be using Sea Dream number 44 and Paradise number 45. And I am going to bring over a round brush. I'm actually going to bring two, because I am going to want to tap, tap, tap and make it splatter so they look nicer. And I need some water, so I gotta prepare my station, and I also gotta go check on my food so that it doesn't burn, you guys. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I have a paper towel here. I have some water on the side. I have a little bit of water here, and then I have my colors here. So for the first layer of the flower, I'm just going to take some water and use the lightest color, which is Sea Dream. Sometimes I hate how, like, you think you're secure at this and then it still freaking moves. I know that's nothing to complain. You guys just be patient, hear me rant for a minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna honestly make a random blend, the lightest color. I kind of mixed a little bit of the yellow in there, but I did not mean to do that. Okay. All right, and we're gonna get messy. Do not worry. Maybe I should do another one. It's better to work on these sometimes, I feel like. Do not worry about how you color or staying inside the lines. If you want to be messy, go ahead and be messy. Nobody's judging you. Okay, so we're just gonna honestly, hopefully it's on camera and you guys can see. You can do it fast. If you do it fast, then you know you're gonna be messy, and that's okay. So see, don't worry about staying in the lines. Don't worry about getting the whole flower. Like so. This is just the basic lay, the first layer basically. One of them, if you want to be perfect, you could color every single petal. And if you don't, that's perfectly okay. You know what? I should bring my heat tool so that it dries faster. But it's up to you. You could just let it air dry. I think I'm gonna have to do that. Just walk away because, like I said, I am trying to finish dinner. By the way, Michael helps me a lot. I think sometimes I don't give him enough credit, but Michael's not afraid. So I know some of you guys know that Mike's like a firefighter. And he works 24 hours on, 48 hours off. And he is amazing. On the days that he's off, and I still have a 8 to 5 job. So he helps me make dinner. And usually when I come home, because he's also an assistant coach for my son's wrestling team. He does the main part, and then I just come home and finish the side dishes basically. Or if we're eating like multiple, you know, like a main meal with side dishes, then I just finish the small part. So he's amazing. We've been married 17 years, and that's how long it took me to train him, okay? That's so mean. That's so mean, you guys. Don't take me seriously. Let's see. Okay, so that's the first layer. I know you can hardly tell, but there, you could see it on the camera if I lean it this way. It's a little bit wet. It's a very soft. It's random. Look, I have some that are outside the lines, like this one didn't even go the way. Don't worry, it's gonna be messy. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. All right, so using the same brush, I am going to come in and get Paradise, which is such a beautiful mint color, and I'm gonna use it over here, although I feel like I put way too much water, and now I'm gonna have to spend my time turning it a little bit darker and a little bit darker, just making a mix. I have way too much water on this thing, but that's okay. Okay, I think that's good. If you need to make it darker, don't worry about it. Just come and grab this one from right here. So let me mix that, and then just come grab a hint of that. And for this one, you're gonna go random again. You don't want to go just like dab it, but don't if you feel like you did too much, then grab your napkin and then come remove some if you want to, but you can also let it dry and wait before you do that. So I'm not dabbing all over the flour like I did with the first layer. I'm only dabbing like in certain spots, random spots. I'm not even thinking about it. Well, I kind of am, but I'm not overthinking it, if that makes any sense. And also, you guys, what I tell you or what I am describing on the video, I'm not an expert, okay? I honestly, I just sit here and play, and what I find works. But if you're like, no, that's not how to properly watercolor, you may be right. You may be right, because I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. So just, again, making darker blobs, or whatever it's called, dabbings, droplets, whatever. Just random, be messy with it too, but this time we're dabbing not all over the flower, just on specific areas, and not on throughout the petals. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And let me see. I got that one. This one looks like it needs more. If it starts drying off and you don't like how it's looking, then just go back, okay? If you put too much water and you don't necessarily like it, then take away. This is up to you, however you want to do it, okay? So I think that's good. There. This one's kind of drying and it's disappearing. Now I know you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. Let me bring it closer to the camera so you can see. And hopefully it makes sense. So the first layer was all over the flower. The second layer with the little bit darker shade is just dabbing with the brush. Basically just pow, 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 pow. And then making it in petals, not throughout the flower. Okay, and then let me see. Let me turn this around. And you could let it dry how it is right now, which is honestly, I feel like that's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna speed up the process with my heat tool, and I'm gonna dry everything. And then I'm gonna come back and create a third layer, also dabbing just with the same leftover ink that I have here. And then finally, with the fourth layer, we're gonna just get a really dark shade of this and we're gonna splatter. And that's when we're gonna come in and do this thing right here. Okay, so let me go ahead and dry the second layer right now. Okay. All right, so just finished that second layer. Like I said, I'm gonna be using the leftover of this one, okay? Just the leftover. I'm not gonna dip it back into here at all. And I'm gonna go back and maybe add to the same petal, although I feel like I put way too much in that one, okay? And continue to make it, to dab all over again. Okay, so that was layer number 3, right? So I still have leftover. I don't know if you can see how the flowers are looking. It doesn't come on unless I put it really close to you guys. You guys can't see it because, well, maybe you can. It's just the lighting is horrible. Okay, so before I move on to the next step, like I told you guys, we're going to make this really, really dark. The darkest shade we could get. So I'm not gonna add any more water. I'm just gonna add more color. I may have to add more water though. Hopefully I have enough where it just kind of falls. Okay, so hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. Okay, let me move this over here, and I am going to bring this brush and I'm gonna splatter. And I went a little crazy there, but that's okay. Just splatter. Try to get at least a little bit in all the flowers, okay? If you need to go in and grab some more. If you go outside the flower, that's okay. Trust me, everything is fixable and everything is a-okay. Okay, so that's enough splatter. I think I got a little bit on all the flowers. Okay, and I am going to clean this up, move all of this. I'm gonna clean this one up, sorry. And I'm gonna put that away, and I'm going to just kind of quickly wipe. Having a glass mat is amazing. Okay, that's it. I made it super dirty here. I don't even know what that is. Okay, there. All right, so here is what we have so far. As you guys can see, the splatters there on all the flowers. I feel like on this one I went too much, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so I am going to sit it here and I'm gonna let it air dry for a couple minutes, you guys. Maybe not even 5 minutes, just because I want the paper to still be soft. So maybe 3-4 minutes, no more than 5. I'm gonna go check the oven, be busy in the kitchen, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, 5 minutes have elapsed. So now, while it is wet, I mean, it's not really wet, it's more like damped, but you can see it's not completely dried out. You are going to fussy cut your flowers. And I like to do them a little bit at a time, a few at a time, or one at a time, right? And I'm just going to fussy cut, and I like to leave a little bit of the white. like a border. I like the border, the white border. So I'm not cutting close to the edge, but you don't have to do that. Like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just playing. I'm just playing here, so you guys do what your heart desires. So, and this is, again, yes, very time consuming, but so fun. I like to fussy cut. Is anybody out there like me? Like, I literally enjoy fussy cutting. It's almost therapeutic to me. And that is our first flower. Can you guys see? So we're gonna set that and continue to fussy cut. I will be back to you once I finish fussy cutting all of this, all right? See you in a bit. All right, guys, so can you guys see this? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the reflection of this is like horrible. Let me see if I could grab a, there, I think that's better. Okay, so I finished fussy cutting all of these, right? And now the final step is very simple, but it is time consuming. So I wanted to go ahead and show you. You're gonna take, if you care to do this, what I'm doing, you're gonna take a pencil and with a very light hand, you're going to come over and basically create the outline for the petals of the flower. Hold on, let me not rush this because I don't want it to go too much. Okay, like that. So you're gonna create the outline, and if you don't want to, you could skip this step. Dang, I can't talk. You could skip this step, but I just feel like, first of all, a black pen was too much. It was too dark versus the pastel colors, and I didn't necessarily like it. I just didn't like the shade of black, so I thought the pencil would do little bit of a better job. So once I do the outline on the petals, I'm gonna come in here and do the center, not the entire center, just the big lines that it has here. Let me show you. Okay, so look at the difference between the two flowers. And like I said, if you like them how it is, then by all means you're done. But I like the look of the outline. Like I said, it's a little bit softer than a black pen, and I honestly didn't know what else to do. I don't know if you guys have any ideas on how to create an outline like this that's just a shade lighter than a black. And honestly, I kind of love the idea that the blue kind of peeks through to the outline. So that is basically how I created these flowers here, guys. I am going to sit here. First of all, I'm going to do the outline to all of these, and then I'm going to restamp and do them in yellow, like so. I did a few of the yellows, and then I am going to do pinks. And do this a step at a time. Do the pinks first, do the yellows first, do whatever color fits your project. Like I said, I just look at the difference between one that is outlined and one that isn't. And just a little bit of touch makes a big difference. Now, I was also thinking, and honestly, I'll probably end the video here because I'm literally gonna be doing a bunch of these in the different colors. But I was also thinking that even though these are pastel colors, what if I made splatters of gold over all of the flowers. Once they're done, I could like just lay them flat like this and then just add like a shimmer, not necessarily gold, but just like a hint of shimmer to the flowers. Would that make a big difference? I have no idea. I didn't do that with these, with the ones I worked on last night. So I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna try a few, but if I do the gold splatter, I'm gonna attach a picture to the end of this video so that you guys see how it turned out. But this was the main idea, you guys. I hope that you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned because I have another thing that I want to do, and just let's build our embellishment stash. But it's not really an embellishment. Let's build our individual pieces stash. How about that? And then whenever we want to play, we could just pull from our little storage and create embellishments and things like that. So I hope that you love the idea. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye. I ended up fussy cutting all the yellows, all the pinks. I actually did an additional sheet of just pink and just yellow off camera. And before I end this video, I wanted to tell you guys, because I don't know, honestly, it's been a few days since I did the last step, and I don't know if I remember that I told you that I was using the pencil, right, to kind of give it a little bit of shading to the outline and to the center, because the flower does come with like these lines right here. So I don't know if I mentioned it, so it's kind of like what prompted me to come back and tell you guys. So you guys saw how I did everything with the ink, the watercolor, everything, and then I came back with the pencil and I created a small, like, I promise you, you have to use a light hand, like a really light hand, the pencil barely touching the outline, because I still wanted the yellow to peek through, but I wanted a little bit of shading. So I don't think I mentioned it before, which is the reason why I'm coming on camera now to show you now, is that I didn't use the pencil to outline the complete flower. Does that make sense? So basically, if the outline is here, I would go in with the pencil on this side, leave a space, and then come back on this side and do the petal on this side. So I didn't follow the entire outline of the flower. There is sections like in this corner right here, and I know it's hard to tell because my camera is like so bad at focusing, but you see this corner right here of that petal, I didn't use a pencil, but I did shade it on this side and this side, and I didn't close it all the way around. So I just wanted to give you guys that that hint. If you want to trace it all around and that works for you, then fine, but I just wanted to tell you that's not what I did for my flowers. And yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to close these out for you, give you that extra hint of what I did, because like I said, I don't remember if I actually told you guys before or not. But that's it for this video, guys. This is gonna be our first pieces that we're putting together. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.